Good day, everyone. I'm Daniel James Nidistal, a political science student of Palawan State University, and this is my policy proposal about improving the disaster assessment strategies in first-class municipality, a case study of ROAS Palawan. So let me give you a brief introduction of my location. Uh, Republic Act number 615 in 1951, which mandates to creation of ROAS Palawan. Roas is located on the eastern coast of the island facing Sulu Sea. It is 135 kilometers from Puerto Princesa, which borders the municipality of Taytay, municipality of San Vicente, and Puerto Princesa City. Rojas is politically subdivided into 31 barangays, which few of them is uh, island barangays, with Rojas a total populating of 69,624 people. So the preliminary research report a situation and brief uh, status of situation in the ground in the disaster response versus the disaster response system. As we all know, the one who mandates to the response is the local government and specifically the units that are obliged to follow within, especially the DRRMO. As we all know, the Philippine disaster response system has been criticized for its weaknesses, specifically the during the Typhoon Haiyan or the Typhoon Yolanda way back in 2013, which this disaster response was further hampered by communication breakdowns and a lack of coordination between local and national government units, which result yun ng weak disaster relief. Also, we have the Local Government Code or the Republic Act 7160, which the Local Government Code, ayun, nagpo-promote siya ng decentralization, which grants local government units with autonomy, which mamanage ng affairs, which includes na yun na ang disaster risk reduction management. However, yung autonomy na to nagli-lead na inconsistencies in preparedness and response across different regions, which ayun ang the lack of central authority. Also yung uh, the far-flung areas that are hard to reach within are not especially given concern. Also yung Philippine Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Act or Republic Act 10101, which the Philippine Disaster Risk Management, ito yung legislation that aim to transform the country's disaster management system from reactive to proactive approach. However, management, yung Philippine Disaster Risk Reduction Management na to ay may weaknesses. Ito in terms of red tape, funding constraint, also yung coordination challenges among its stakeholders. Also, we have the Typhoon Odette, which especially struck way back in 2022 December 16. It is one of the most powerful storm that struck Philippines. One of devastated, which is Palawan, Roas Palawan, with a total casualty of 6. In Palawan, the storm is the deadliest with a month of without electricity, water, and destroyed bridges which connecting to Roas to Puerto Princesa City, which ayun nag-result siya ng long-term recovery. Also, we have the Philippine context. As we all know, Philippines is located in the equator and Pacific Ring of Fire. Thus, ayun, frequent typhoon comes crashing into Philippines. Also, we have this Filipino behavior called resilience. Even the midst of disaster, we Filipinos came to smiling. Kung tingnan natin to yung Filipino behavior na to, in reality is that Filipinos have often forced to be resilient due to a lack of government support and preparedness, with favoring short-term relief over a long-term relief. We have the local government code, the Republic Act 7160, and these are the sections that are related to the disaster response. We have the section 16, the general welfare clause, which are the local government units are mandated to promote the welfare of their constituents, which include disaster preparedness and risk reduction to protect lives and properties. We have section 17, the basic services and facilities, which local government units are responsible for delivering services related to disaster management, such as in barangay disaster response at the grassroots level, in municipalities and cities emergency service, uh, emergency services and rescue operations, in provinces, uh, coordination and support among lower level local government units. Also, we have the section 44, 455 and 465, which are the powers of local chief executive, which mayors and governors are mandated to declare a state of calamity within their jurisdiction, also mobilize resources for disaster response, and implement preemptive evacuation orders when necessary. Also, we have this a key related law that are related to disaster response, which is the Philippine Disaster Risk Reduction Management Act of 2010, or the Republic Act number 10121. So these are the seven key features of the Republic Act 10121. The first is the establishment of National Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council, or the NDRRMC, which the NDRMCR oversees the coordinates and integrates disaster risk reduction and management activities at all levels of government. And next is the 4DRM thematic areas, which includes the preparedness, response, prevention, and recovery. Also, we have the Local Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office, which the law mandates the creation of LDRMOs at the provincial, city, and municipal levels, and the barangay DRM and committee in every barangay. Basically, they are mandated to implement the DRM plans, ensuring coordination among uh, agencies during emergencies. Also, with the funding mechanism of the act, which uh, the LGU should allocate funds for the Philippine Disaster Risk Reduction and Management. Also, we have the community-based disaster risk management, which encourages active participation of communities in assessing vulnerabilities, identifying risks, and planning for disaster preparedness and risk reduction. Also, mainstreaming the RM into development plans. Basically, this law integrates disaster risk reduction and climate change adoptions into national local development planning. Also, we have the capacity building and education. Basically, this law promotes public awareness, disaster education, and the development of uh, culture of safety and resilience. Uh, this is my proposal, the enhancing disaster assessment in municipality of Roas policy framework, which this policy framework goal is to enhance the capacity of local government units, LGUs, and disaster response and the management to ensure faster and more effective action during disaster through a whole governance approach. Uh, First, the community-based disaster preparedness. disaster response, a decentralized governance in disaster response, infrastructure development, and the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council. Basically, strengthening the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council. We have the key area one, a community-based disaster preparedness. Basically, first is upgrade the national early warning system with improved technology and wider coverage, including multilingual communication channels. Second is implement comprehensive community-based disaster risk reduction programs, in which empowers local communities with training and resources. And also conduct a regular and detailed national disaster risk assessment, which incorporates climate change projections and develop accessible hazard maps. Key area 2, disaster response. Basically, first is streamline interlocal coordination during disaster response, establishing a clear communication protocols to avoid miscommunication during emergencies. Also, develop a system for rapid deployment of resources to affected areas, including pre-positioning of supplies. Basically, when a after when a before when a storm comes, the government must pre-position of supplies. Last is enhance the capacity of search and rescue teams with vehicles and equipments for disaster. Basically, funding the disaster response with a vehicle capable of encountering storms, and also equipments to use. We have key three, the decentralized governance and disaster response. Basically, a proper communication channel of disaster response and coordination among local government units and stakeholders. Basically, a channel through which a proper communication, just like as I said earlier, a communication channel which to avoid a miscommunication during uh, disasters. Also formalize a national local disaster coordination body, that includes representative from the national government, local authorities, and disaster management agencies, to ensure efficiency during a disaster. Also establish a clear framework for coordination between national and local government. We have key for infrastructure development. First is create an outpost of disaster response unit in rural and far-flung areas. Basically, uh, creating an outpost with, in far-flung areas with a high population densities. Also invest in vehicles and types of equipments for disaster response, and budget allocation for creating and strengthening critical infrastructure. Key 5, the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council. Basically, uh, I want to strengthen the NDRMC. First is the budget allocation for the National Disaster Risk Reduction Management. Also, an enhanced capacity and training of personnel in the disaster relief. And last, improve coordination with local government units. Basically, this framework as a expected outcomes I want to desire, enhancing the disaster assessment in municipality of ROAS. Uh, we have the expected outcomes in the key one, in which outcomes to leads to enhanced community-based disaster preparedness, uh, an enhanced infrastructure development, an effective disaster response, an improved decentralized governance in disaster response, an enhanced infrastructure development, and basically the strengthening the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council. These are one my policy framework want to expect the outcomes of the policies. We have two sustainable development goals that aligns to my policy framework. We have the SDG 3, the good health and well-being, and SDG 13, the climate action. And that's all for my policy proposal. And thank you so much.